Myself, Dr. Srinivas, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering at B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, Narsapur. Today I am discussing topic on depreciation in subject course of Chemical Engineering, Plant Design and Economics. So, what is mean by depreciation? Generally, the definition, the physical assets decrease in the value with age. So, generally, any kind of asset that might be decreasing its value with respect to of increasing years. The reduction of value generally represented as the depreciation. So there are various reasons for the decreasing in the value of any kind of asset. So what are the possible reasons are physical deterioration of the equipment, technological advance of the society and economic changes and retirement of the property. These are the general reasons for the decreasing value of any kind of asset. For example, if you purchase any car that is costing about 10 lakhs today, and after usage of the car for 1 year, if we sell it, probably we might be getting 7 lakhs. The reduction of the value, that is 10 lakhs to 7 lakhs. Okay, so this remaining amount, that last amount, 3 lakhs is generally referred as the depreciation amount. Due to the usage of the equipment, there are so many possible reduction in the value of the asset. For example, wear and tear and corrosion and deterioration of the equipment and retirement of the property. These are the possible reasons for the decreasing the value of the asset. And if we classify the types of depreciation, in generally we have two different types of depreciations. First one is the physical depreciation. Second one is the functional depreciation. So, what is the meaning of physical depreciation? The decreasing the value of the asset due to the various reasons like wear and tear, corrosion, accidents, deterioration due to age are the general reasons for the physical depreciation of the equipment. And technology advances and the retirement of the property are the reasons for the functional depreciation. For example, the equipment that is presently we are using uh, generating probably some X quantity, and most advanced version with the same specifications is generating 2x products. So that's why generally the deterioration will be the decreasing in the increasing in the production will be happening of the same equipment, and due to the technology advancement, generally automation generally results the this functional depreciation. And there are so many uh, different types of things we might be using in this calculation of the depreciation. So what are the possible various words and their meanings generally we should know. First one is the depletion. Depletion means loss of capacity with increasing the year. For example, one equipment might be generating the some 100 tons per day production, and after usage of 6 months or 1 year, it might be generating 90 tons per day. So the reduction due to the wear, tear, corrosion, and scaling. These are the possible reasons, and that may be the loss of production capacity, that is generally referred as the depletion. Service life is the economical feasible life of any kind of asset is generally known as the service life. After the service life, we may not get any use from the equipment. And the salvage value is generally referred as the scrap value of the equipment after the service life, whatever the amount we might be getting, that is generally referred as the salvage value. And the present value is generally referred as the present value of the asset at the in present condition in the present market. And book value is the original value minus depreciation value is generally referred as the book value. Each year we might be getting depreciation cost. So original value minus depreciation cost is generally referred as the book value. And the market value, and if the equipment is sold in the open market, whatever the price we might be getting, that is generally referred as the market value. And the next one is the replacement value. What is mean by replacement value? Same kind of equipment with same functions, and it might be fitting the same environment, and whatever the present cost of the new equipment is generally known as the replacement value. So these are the various terms we might be using during the calculation of the depreciation. So how we are going to calculate the depreciation? So there are two different types of techniques we might be follow to determine the depreciation. So first one is the arbitrary methods. Second one is the interest with consideration of the interest on the investment. So in the first method, whatever the investment we have made, we may not consider the interest amount generated during the period. That may be the service life, 1 year, 2 year, or n years. So during that period, whatever the interest amount generated, that we may not consider in the first method, arbitrary method. And in the second method, we might be considering the that interest amount also. So in the first, most of the cases we might be using the arbitrary methods only for industry point of view. And in this, we have different methods. First one is the straight line method. Second one is the declining balance method. Third one is the double declining balance method. Fourth one is the sum of the years method. These are the most popular methods for determining the depreciation without considering the interest. With considering the interest, we might be using sinking fund method and present worth method. These two methods we might be using for calculation of the depreciation. So, if we come to directly straight line method, in the straight line method, how we are going to calculate the depreciation means whatever the original value and depreciation amount is there, the remaining the depreciation amount is equally distributed throughout the service life equally. So in that linearly we might be calculating distributing the depreciation cost for all the service life years. And in this case, so straight line method, the depreciation cost D that will be calculated D equals to V minus Vs by N. So here D is the depreciation cost, V is the original cost of the equipment, Vs is the salvage value of the equipment, N is the service life of the equipment. Then asset value, how we are going to calculate after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that may be the asset value or book value. So at the end of the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, that is value of asset equals to V minus A into D. So V represents the original value of the equipment, A is the 8th year, and D is the depreciation cost. So for example, if we consider the case, a piece of equipment costing $22,000 when new, the service life is estimated to be 5 years and the scrap value is 2,000. Calculate the book value for all years. Book value and depreciation cost. Depreciation cost first we have to calculate, that is D equals to, we need to calculate depreciation cost, D equals to V minus Vs by N. So V is the original value of the equipment, that is given as $22,000 minus depreciation cost, that is $2,000 divided by N. N is given as 5. So we might be getting $4,000 as a depreciation cost. So first year, how we are going to calculate the service book value at the end of the 5 years, V minus A into D, that is V 22,000 minus A. A is the first year, so 1 into 4,000, so we will get 18,000 here. 22,000 minus 4,000, 18,000 is the book value at the end of the first year. Second case, B minus A. A is 2 into D, that is 22,000 minus 2 into 4,000. Here we will get 14,000. Similarly, for V3, V minus 3 into D, that is 22,000 minus 3 into 4,000, that is 12,000. 22,000 minus 12,000, that is 10,000. Similarly, V4, V minus 4 into D, that is 22,000 minus 4 into 4,000. So here we might be getting 6,000. Then V minus 5 into D, that is 22,000 minus 5 into 4,000. So here we might be getting 2,000. So finally, the depreciation cost only we might be getting that we can sell the equipment. We can sell that equipment and we can get the final amount of $2,000 as a scrap value. So in this method, the whatever the depreciation cost is there, $4,000, and each year we are subtracting same amount. Linearly we are subtracting in all the cases. And in the second case, declining balance method, here we need to calculate the declining factor first, that is F. So F, how we are going to calculate? F equals to 1 minus Vs by V whole power 1 by n. So in this case, for the same problem if we consider, so and value of asset is determined with the help of formula Va equals to V into 1 minus F whole power A. So first we need to calculate a declining factor F. F equals to 1 minus Vs by V. Vs is $2,000 divided by V, $22,000 whole power 1 by 5. So if we calculate, we might be getting F equals to 0.62. So calculate the asset value at the end of the each year. That is, value of asset V1 equals to V into 1 minus F whole power 1. So here V, while original value of the equipment is given as $22,000 multiplied by the 1 minus 0.62 whole power 1, that will give us 13,640. So this is the asset value at the end of the first year. Similarly for second year, V2 equals to V into 1 minus F whole square. Similarly for third year, V into 1 minus. Similarly for third year, V into 1 minus F whole power 3, and for fourth year, V into 1 minus F whole power 4, and for fifth year, V into 1 minus F whole power 5. So we might be getting 13,640 for first year book value, and second year book value is 8,456.8, and third year the book value is 5,243.2, and fourth year book value is 3,250.8, and fifth year we might be getting 2,015.5 as the book value. In previous case, the book value is 2,000. Scrap value after the end of the 5 years. Here a little bit higher amount we have obtained, 2015.5. And the third method, double declining balance method. In this case, we need to calculate the double declining factor, that is whatever the service life is there, and that we need to consider first, and depreciation rate we need to calculate. Depreciation rate is 1 by service life, that is 1 by 5, 0.20, and in namely itself a double declining, so multiply with the 2, so we might be getting 0.40 as the declining factor, double declining factor. So the special case for this in this case is that initially for a straight line method and a declining balance method, each and every year we have considered the book value, original value of the equipment only. But in this case, we need to consider the for the second year, whatever the book value of the equipment at the end of the first year is there, that will be the second year original value of the equipment. Okay. For example, same case if we consider, that is $22,000 is the new equipment cost and service life is 5 years, and depreciation cost is the $2,000. So the straight line depreciation is 1 by 5, 0.20, and double declining factor is 2 into 0.20, 0.4, and depreciation for the first year is 0.4 multiplied by the 22,000. So here we might be getting $8,800. So book value at the end of the first year is, this is depreciation cost, $22,000 minus $8,800. So we might be getting $13,200 is the book value at the end of the first year. And for the second year, the depreciation cost is 0.40 multiplied by the 13,200. So we might be getting 5,280, and the same way book value is 13,200 minus 5,280. So we will get 7,920 as the book value at the end of the second year. Similarly, if we calculate for the third year, so we will get the book value depreciation cost as the 3,168, and then book value is 4,752. Similarly, for fourth year, depreciation cost is $1,900 and book value is $2,851. And fifth year, the depreciation cost is $851 and the book value approximately nearby $2,000. So in this method, in this way, we will calculate the depreciation cost as well as the book value for the double declining balance method. So till now we have discussed about the three methods: straight line method, declining balance method, and double declining balance method. And the fourth method of arbitrary method is that sum of the years method. In the sum of the years method, we will calculate the depreciation cost by summing the total number of years. And so while calculating the depreciation cost for first year, we might be taking the depreciation cost sigma n by sigma n. So n is the number of years, sigma n is the sum of the total number of years multiplied by the depreciable amount. So here for the same case, if we consider that new equipment costing $22,000, service life 5 years, and scrap value is $2,000. The sum of the year sigma n is 15, and depreciable cost is 22,000 minus 2,000. 20,000 is the depreciable amount for the period of 5 years. And the book value at the end of the first year is 5 by 50 sigma n multiplied by the total depreciable amount. Here we might be getting 6,666.67. If you remove the depreciable amount from the original value, then book value we might be obtaining, that is 22,000 minus 6,666.7. Then we will get the 15,333.3. In the same way, for second year, depreciation cost is that n by sigma n. Here n minus 1 will be there. So 4 by 15 multiplied by the 20,000. Then we will get 5,333.3. And here also same way, book value at the end of the first year, whatever the amount is there, that is 15,333.3 minus the depreciation cost 5,333.3. Then we will get the book value as a 10,000. Then depreciation cost for third year, that is 3 by 15 divided by 20,000. 4,000 is the depreciation cost. So 10,000 minus 4,000, 6,000 is the book value at the end of the third year. And same way for fourth year and fifth year, we will get the book value and depreciation cost as 2,660.7, and depreciation cost at the end of the fifth year is that is $2,000 as a book value. So this is how in four methods we can determine the uh, depreciation cost without considering the interest. So in majority of the cases, in industry point of view, they might be following the straight line method for various reasons, straight line methods. Later on, they might be shifting to the declining balance method. Then again, double declining balance method, and then again, sum of the years method. These four methods might be interchanging based on their necessity and based on their income tax rules and regulations, how much of amount they need to pay, and they might be checking all the possible ways to reduce to deduct the income tax, and they will follow in these four methods. They might be following any kind of method. This is the without considering the interest. Whenever we consider the interest amount, definitely the principal amount will be the increasing with respect to of compounding, and it is difficult for them to analyze the depreciation cost with respect to of years and the various reasons. They may not be considering the interest on the investment, and majority of the cases they might be preferring the arbitrary methods only, and in arbitrary methods also for few years some method and for few years other method, they might be interchanging the method based on their necessity. Thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.